welcome to my video where today I will be talking about speedrunning any video game. I'm playing Gecko Gods, but that's just so I can show you guys the general principles of speedrunning that apply to every single speedrun, every single game. So let's do it. First principle is just play the game. Like you don't have to speedrun a game right off the bat. You know, you can have a casual playthrough where it's just fun, you're enjoying it. And what's important about playing a game normally your first time is that you can understand the basic mechanics of the game. Usually there are like tutorials or whatever that'll show you what to do, like this. And then you'll figure out what the goal of the game is. For this game, you're supposed to hit all of the gongs. And on my map here, you'll see there's a second island. If I get a little bit closer, you can see it. There's an anchor on my map. That is the boat. The goal of this game is to exit the island by getting on a boat and sailing it. So I'm not gonna bore you guys by playing the game normally. Let's just move on to the other speedrunning tips. Next is optimizing movement. I think that something that's very, very, very basic is just figuring out how the character moves. In Mario Kart, the one super critical point in speedrunning Mario Kart is knowing that you move slower in the air than when you do on the ground. Like on the ground, I have a sprint button, and so my sprint makes me really fast, but when I'm traveling through the air, it's significantly slower. And so in both Gecko Gods and in most games, really, you want to stay on the ground and stay on fast vehicles as much as possible. There's also this dashing mechanic. So figuring out how to use the dashing mechanic as efficiently as possible to get as much speed as possible, that's important. Just looking for those types of things and figuring out what is the fastest way to move in your game. That's just very, very basic stuff. Next would be routing your speed run. For me, I just need to get to this island over here. There's like a big island with the boat inside of it. So I gotta figure out a way to get over there. And luckily, I've discovered a glitch, which is another basic part of speedrunning, is learning how to exploit the game to move faster. And in this game, you're just supposed to like swim around here with the water. The gecko doesn't like water and it will die, but there's a map button, and when you jump and map, I just fell through the void. So that's one of the big glitches in this game that you have to realize, and it's actually a key part of the speed run. Okay, so let's do a review. You've got the end of the game. You've played to the end. You know the basic movement techniques of how to sprint and how to dash or whatever. You have glitches that you figured out, which might be useful. Now you're trying to figure out a route to get to the end. I recommend going to speedrun.com. So this is the place where people upload YouTube videos or whatever of Twitch streams of their runs that they've completed, and then they get verified and put up on this leaderboard. So Noah-san, he's the fastest player for Gecko Gods. You can click on their runs and you can see the videos. And so I have watched his video. I've seen how he does his run, and I was interested in how he comes up to this specific spot, and then he has a setup, which is like a direction and like a specific input that you do to get a glitch. So his setup is to run towards this waterfall, and then he holds the up and left button, and he clicks his map, and so he slides down these rocks, and while he's sliding, it gives him a speed boost, and he moves forward like really, really fast. So being able to figure out which glitches the top speedrunners do and which setups they have to execute those glitches that can help you find ways to be faster. Breath of the Wild speedruns rely heavily on setups. You have to be able to do glitches in this perfect way, in this perfect direction to get the most speed. And so being able to watch other people's VODs lets you be able to replicate those same glitches and those same setups in your own run to get the fastest times. But feel free to just like create your own setups, like use your own glitches that you've found to get to the end of the game. It doesn't have to be the way that it is on speedrun.com. And there's one more thing I need to talk about, which is recoveries. There's this one part in Gecko Gods that I keep getting stuck in. It's this little room. There's no reason to be in this room. It's just I randomly load in here sometimes, and it's an issue where if you know how to respond to it, you can quickly recover and just continue with your run with losing only a little bit of time. So for me, I just climb up here, use the math glitch again, go underwater, and then clip through the wall. And that's something that takes literally like 2 seconds. And knowing how to recover like that lets you continue with your run, and you won't have to reset. And that's the end of the game for me, right there. Well, that was the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you can appreciate when other people put a lot of work into their setups and their speedruns, and good luck if you ever try to speedrun. Hopefully these tips can help you. I'll upload a run of Gecko Gods later, so look out for that, and see you later.